Okay, board game fans, this is Matt. This is take two of my Elder Sign Omens playthrough. This morning I played through a game of this and two games on BGA, and when I went back to listen to them afterwards or watch them afterwards, my microphone wasn't recording the entire time, so there is no audio. So this is take two. I'm going to play the exact same game. We'll see if we do any better. I was able to win this game earlier today. Well, let me see if I can remember everything that I said about this. Um, First off, before I do anything else, this game has good mood music. For a Lovecraftian style game, but there's no volume controls for the music or the sound effects. I have to adjust overall the game in OBS. So I'm going to play without the music because I think it's a little too much. Hopefully the sound effects aren't too loud. When I was listening to my replay of the other video, I could barely hear it. I had turned them down a lot because this is a very loud game. And I've readjusted it, so hopefully the sound effects aren't incredibly loud now. I'll just leave it at that. So this is Elder Sign Omens. It is based on the board game Elder Sign. There must have been another video game named Elder Sign out there, so they had to put this Omens on it. That's my guess. But it is the exact same game. There's no difference between them. This game is an older game on Steam. This was published on Steam in 2011. It might be the oldest Steam download I have. It's not the oldest game that I own, but when I downloaded, I realized, man, this game's been around a while, which is probably why it doesn't have some of the more modern creature comforts that a lot of other games have. It doesn't have a lot of functionality. It doesn't have multiplayer play. It doesn't have the ability to play online or any of that kind of stuff. It's pretty primitive. But as a solo experience, it's pretty fun. It's available for $6. That's full price. And if you get it on sale, you might get it for $2 or $3. If you're interested in this game and you want to play it with a group of people in real life, the board game version of this is still available. It's an older game, but you can buy it on Amazon right now for $37, $38. So just so you know, that's available. So this is a Lovecraft game, a Cthulhu game. We're going to play the role of investigators trying to basically keep the evil ones from destroying the world. The game has, 6 different campaigns, if you I can't really well call them campaign, with different elder ones. I already played through Yig this morning. I'm going to play through it again. This is the easy mode. I've beaten Yig several times. It's not that hard, but it'll mean the video will be a little shorter. Sathogua, I can't even know what that is the normal difficulty. Haster is is also normal difficulty. Azathoth is the hard game. I have yet to beat, I think, either one of these. The last two that are on here, and all of these come with the base game, and I'm pretty sure all of them come with the base board game. I don't think these are expansion content, but I'm not positive. Probably not, because one of them is Cthulhu, and you'd think that Cthulhu would be in the box. Cthulhu is a campaign. You have to basically, it's like playing two games. It's a 2-stage campaign, and it's very hard. And then there's the Dark Pharaoh, which is a 3-part campaign, which is very hard, and I haven't come close to winning this one yet. It's a challenge. I'm thinking about playing through the whole series just so you can kind of see the gameplay doesn't change much. Most of the locations don't change until you get to these campaign games. But for now, I'm going to play through Yig again and see if we can beat him this time the way we did earlier this morning on my muted stream. So first thing you're going to do is pick your investigator team. You have a bunch of people to choose from. Let's see, there's 6 different pages. Most of them have 6. So there's 6, 12, 24, 28, and then some. I'm pretty sure 1 or 2 of these characters might have been locked, and I unlocked them. I know she was the one that I unlocked. And there's a few extra characters that I have yet to unlock. So like this one, I can't. This one will get unlocked as soon as I beat the Azathoth campaign. This one will unlock after I beat Cthulhu campaign. This one is unlocked by saving Ashley in the Ithaca campaign. So it's a specific task, not just beating the game. And the same in this one. You have to complete the Dark Pharaoh campaign to get that one. but I haven't unlocked those. Each of the characters has a special ability. They also have different or some various difference in their traits here. This is your sanity level and your health. Treat them kind of like hit points. Some things are going to hit your sanity, something or your what they call madness, and other things will affect injury. You'll get injured and it'll get taken off of that number. All these are like 5-5. There's 4-6, 3-7. So they're all 10, 10. Looks like they're all 10 in some combination. They also all have an ability, and they all start with a certain kinds of items in their inventory. I know that the gun is a common item. I'm not sure what the dagger. The dagger isn't. I don't know what the terminology is. I don't actually have the physical board game or the rules, so I'm just kind of playing it. I can't remember what it's called. There's clue, common items, unique items. I think are the ones with the knife, and I think spell items are the ones with the book, because that's what they list them all right there. So I think that's what they are. And they all start with a certain one, and this is the clue icon. The clue icon is the easiest one to explain. They're all re-rolls. They allow you to re-roll dice. This is a dice game. There's a lot of luck involved. You have a lot of luck mitigation, but it's still a fairly luck-intensive game. I found that very frustrating when I first played this. I hated this game for the longest time. But I kept playing it, and eventually I kind of grew to like it. Once I understood the rules a little better, once I understood that I should really pay attention to these characters' abilities and doing tasks in a certain way. So I'm going to go ahead and start with a random selection of 4, and I'll adjust it from there. Okay, these are pretty good. Okay, so we have Gloria Goldberg, who's got psychic sensitivity. When attempting an otherworld adventure, she receives a yellow and red die free, so that's good, once those are available. I do not like Lily. All she does is switch her health and her sanity, which can be useful, but it's not that exciting. I'm gonna see if I can find somebody else. No, I love her ability, but I don't want to. I want to make this as easy for people to understand as possible. I love Bob. We're gonna take Bob instead of her. Bob Jenkins is a shrewd dealer. Whenever he gains a common item, which is a gun. He receives an extra one. This is as a reward for completing something, or if he buys one, he always gets a second one. So that's pretty good. Physician, once per day, Vincent Lee. Vincent can restore 1 stamina to 1 investigator of his choice, including himself. So that's a nice little ability. And Marie Lambeau, the Witch Blood. Once per glyph conjure, she can spend 4 trophies to change a glyph into any result. That's a good one too. Oh, having her and him would be good, but I want somebody that has an ability. That one's already covered. Yeah, I like her. I had her this morning. I had 2 of these this morning, but 2 of them are new. Jenny Barnes, has trust fund. Before conjuring glyphs, she can discard a common item or a spell or a clue, so 3 of the 4 different kinds of items, to gain a red and a yellow glyph, which are extra dice. So that's what we're going to go with, and I'll just kind of explain the game once we get in here. We're going to go to the museum. There's going to be a little video here. It's kind of like the intro to the game.
Something terrible has begun to awaken within our museum. Something unsatisfied by mere exhibition or human study. Writhing with ancient evil and terrible purpose. An entity that must, at all cost, be prevented access to our world. It's likely I will be branded as one unhinged for what I am about to do. From my studies, I am convinced such dangers are not new to the human experience. The very fact that humanity survives to this day, I attribute to our forebears' success in resisting the tormented realities beyond our own. Regrettably, such is not easy study. Among the rarities I have been fortunate enough to uncover, one particular emblem seems significant. A symbol of purported resistive faculty and considerable power. They called it the Elder Sign.
plays before all the basic games. The I think the longer campaigns have a different intro, but I'll get to that later. So we're gonna fight Yig, and this is Yig's anger campaign. Yig's serpentine minions are attempting to awaken him. You must seal away the father of serpents before his wrath is unleashed upon the world. Collect 10 Elder Sign before the Doom track is filled. This is our Elder Sign collection. That's a star underneath there. This is the Doom counter. Right now we don't start with any Doom, and so far there isn't any. And this marks how many monsters are on the field. Right now we don't have any. Each player is going to take a turn in order, and then we'll face a midnight phase, which will cause something to happen. And it's never good. It's not always horrible, but it's something that's going to happen. And it looks like we already have one of these in play too. The little moon symbol means that this particular location, this room, this location, has an effect that's going to trigger at midnight. So we really want to solve this one to avoid whatever this penalty is. The penalty is at midnight 1 stamina to the team, which means every one of us is going to lose 1 of our health, because that's what that stamina is. It's going to come off of our health. So we're going to have a midnight event, which is going to have some effect, and then this is going to trigger. So these are bad. We want to solve that fairly quickly. Since I'm on here, let's start off with the base, the entrance. So at the entrance location, we have several things we can do. This little gold coin, right now we don't have any. These are called trophies. This location this is our first aid station basically. For no coins, we can gain back 1 sanity or 1 stamina. Right now I don't have any injuries. This is not a +1 to our total. It's healing damage that we've sustained. So for free, we can get 1 back. For 2, we can completely heal our sanity or our stamina. And for 4, we can completely heal both. That's what we do at the first aid station. I rarely have to use this. It's kind of desperate to use this. Lost and Found, again, I don't use this very often because there's a chance you're going to spin this little dial and it's going to land on one of these 6 things. This is to get a clue, this is to get a spell book, this is to get a common item. This gives you +3 trophies, but these 2, you lose a sanity and you lose a stamina. So, not a great chance. Again, you use your entire turn if you use one of these things. That's the only thing you're going to do on your turn. So you're not doing anything to help the rest of the group. You're just kind of buying time. And then there's the souvenir shop. The souvenir shop is a good place to spend your collected trophies, which in this game, trophies aren't worth anything. In some games, you need to acquire, like in the longer campaigns, they require you to assemble. You have to have so many trophies spent to advance to the next phase. We don't have to worry about that. So as we build these up, for 1 trophy, you get the clue, which is a reroll of any dice that you have in your little pool. It's great because rerolls are really, really critical. This is a die rolling game, so anytime you get free rerolls, that's outstanding. For 2, you can either get a common item or a spell item, and for 3, you can get a unique item. It's just a card draw. You're going to draw it, whatever it is. You're going to put it into your inventory. And if you manage to accumulate 10, if you're having a hard time getting Elder Sign symbols, if one player, because this is not pooling all 4 players, this is one player spending 10 trophies to get basically 1/10 of our victory, to get 1 Elder Sign. Okay. These are the different locations that are in the museum. Each one of these would be represented by a card. These are the challenges we have to complete. In the red over here is the penalty we sustain if we fail, and over here on the right are the benefits we get as well as the number of trophies we get if we're successful. So in this particular room, there's no adventure effects, so it's a basic room. We have to have, these can be completed in either order. You're going to roll your dice, and you're going to need to put so many clues on you. You're going to need 6 clues to solve this one, and 3 clues and a scroll to complete this one. If you manage to do that, then you're going to get 2 clues and 1 trophy. If you fail to get that done, then you're going to take 1 stamina damage, and you'll still be in that room. If somebody else comes into that room after you failed, you'll be available to hold dice, and I'll explain that once we get to that kind of a situation. But there are advantages to having multiple people in one room because you can utilize them as basically holding on to valuable dice. You're going to see some of these challenges are a little more complicated. So in this room, we have an ongoing effect. This is a terror effect. -1 sanity. Every time this terror die is rolled and we don't successfully complete one of these three things, then we lose a sanity. We don't lose the game, we don't lose the challenge, but we're going to take a sanity. So it sucks. You do not want to roll these in this particular room. Again, you can complete these in any order, but you need to get 2 for this one. You need 3 and a scroll for that, and 4 and a scroll for that, or skull for that. It's a little more complicated than the last room. If we fail this challenge, not only do we take a stamina damage, but we also add a doom to the tracker on here. So we get 1/10 closer to losing the game, or it's 1/8 maybe. I'm not sure how many of these we are. It's either 8 or 10. Because I was looking at it earlier, and this particular challenge is only 8 different things, but I'm not exactly sure. I think it's 10, but whatever. If we complete it, if we're successful at it, we're going to get a unique item, we're going to get a common item, we're going to get 2 trophies, and we're going to get 1/10 of our victory by getting an omen symbol. These are great. These are ones we always want to we always want to complete. But because this symbol is over here, we really don't want to fail this. This is only one thing. That's good. If we fail to do that, though, we take 2 sanity loss, and if we gain, we get our 1/10. We get our little prizes, and this symbol is a monster. It's gonna by completing this challenge, we're actually going to add a monster to one of the other locations on the board. This one will have gone because we'll completed it. In this one, anytime we roll a terror symbol, every time we roll a terror symbol, a monster is going to appear someplace in the museum. As long as we can complete this, we don't have to worry about that. Or if we don't roll any of these, but we do need to get one of them to complete this. I'll kind of explain that as we go. Right now, this is a pretty easy one to complete. So, what are we trying to complete there? This game is made up of, you have, I think, 5 green dice, and then you have the option to add a yellow die and a red die. The yellow die is better than the green die. It has more good results, but I don't think it has all of these. I don't think it has the tentacles, the terror symbol, but I'm not positive. And the red die is really good. The red die has one side that you can turn to anything. It's also got a 4 clue result. The normal dice, the normal green dice that you roll, I think have 1 skull, 1 terror symbol or tentacle, 1 scroll. So you have a 1/6 chance of rolling one of those 3 symbols. And then there's a side that has 1 clue, there's a side that has 2 clues, and there's a side that has 3 clues. So you're more likely to roll clues than anything else. There's only a 1 in 6 chance of rolling either one of these. So these are harder to get. Okay, this is the one that has the midnight. I already explained that. This one needs 2 skulls to complete. This one needs 6 clues to complete. But completing it is also going to cause you to lose a health or a stamina. Failure to complete these means you're going to lose 2 stamina. If you successfully complete one and then fail to complete the other one, the next person that tries it still has to do both of them. If there's a monster in a location and you manage to kill the monster, that won't come back. Even if you fail that location, the monster won't come back. They're like temporary items. Everything here is pretty self-explanatory. Okay, this one's got a different effect. This one, you have to complete these 3 challenges in order. You have to complete this one first, then this one, then this one. Completing this will also mean you're going to lose a sanity. Completing that one, you're going to lose a stamina. And then this one's a little more challenging. In addition, in terms of your rewards, in addition to gaining your elder symbol, which is 1/10 of victory, you're also going to reduce the number of doom there is out there. Right now we don't have any doom. So ideally we want to wait to beat this challenge when we actually have a doom to reduce. Writings on the wall. Pretty self-explanatory. Okay, and then there's another symbol here that I haven't mentioned. This is the portal. She's the one that has this ability. Otherworld Adventure. So there's like this, it'll create a new location just like all the other locations, but it's going to be a special type. It's not something in the physical world. It's like a portal to a different realm, so it's going to have all sorts of different weird effects. That's what that symbol means. There is one type of card on here, or there's a couple of different lockdown abilities. It may say you can't use a red die if there, or a yellow die. There's another penalty that will reduce the number of green die that we roll by one until we defeat it. Right now, we don't have any of those effects in play, so I'm not going to worry about explaining those until they happen. Okay, so when attempting an otherworld adventure, which there aren't any out there yet, okay, that's her ability. So right now, her ability isn't that useful. She has an item that the knife, which will give her a yellow die roll when she uses it. These are one-time uses. Once you've used it, it's gone. And this item, Wither, lets her store a die. So she can store, oh, they're called glyphs, but I'm going to keep calling them dice because that's what they are. It can store any face. Well, she really wants to get this in because this will enable her to trigger it next round. But this is going to be kind of a challenge to get. But I'm going to go ahead and try it. If it fails, then we'll get a doom that we can try to reduce. Okay, so we click the magnifying glass. That takes us to the location. The writing on the wall. That's what we're trying to defeat. This is it's just a room in the museum. They have this little thing here, and it's glowing eerily and blah blah blah. It's pretty hefty in theme, but essentially this is a die rolling. So we're gonna have 6 dice that are all green unless I use this, and I'm gonna use it for a yellow one. So now I have 6 green die and 1 yellow die, and now when I click this, it'll roll it. That's what we got. Now because I rolled that symbol, we're gonna have that penalty unless I use it and beat this right now. And it turns out I can. There's your, oops, no I can't. Oh yeah, I got a skull. So that's completed. I got a scroll. That's completed. And now I need 5 points in clues. 3, 5. So because I was able to complete that one little part, it just turns out this was, completing it also meant we beat it. I didn't have to take the penalty. Okay, so this is an otherworld adventure. So we're going to have an otherworld. Okay, whenever you beat the room, whenever you defeat that challenge, another room will spawn. So defeating this challenge means we're going to get another room, and because this has an effect, this otherworld adventure is on here, we're going to spawn another room. So now we're going to have 2 more rooms to choose from. In addition, there's going to be a monster placed on one of the rooms. She got an item that enables her to. This isn't healing. This is fully heal her sanity. Another die, another yellow die with a cigarette case, and then she got 2 coins, 2 trophies. That was great. But we still. Oh, and they put a monster. They put a monster, which is symbolized by that hand, in the room that we need to defeat to get rid of the midnight effect. So this is where we really need to solve this. So defeating this monster is gonna increase the doom 1. But he's in pretty good shape. What does he got for items? Oh, he's got good items. He's a good one with items because a lot of the victory conditions are going to give us common items. This one gives him 2, so by beating this, he's actually going to get 3. This is perfect for him. So he's going to go to this room. I'd love to get this beat right now. Okay, so in order to get rid of the monster, we need to get 1 clue token. But then we need 6 clue tokens to get rid of that. So that's not bad. I'm going to use a cigarette case. And I think that's it. I'm going to save that red one for when I really need a good chance. Because this is pretty easy to get this. 2, 4, 6, and 1. Take a health damage. Okay, now we still got to deal with the monster. So we're going to go ahead and roll these again. And there it is. 1. But, do 1 of it. But we got an omen symbol, so that's going to go up. I got 2 items for beating it, plus 1 because of his ability. And I got my 2 trophies. So now, at midnight, we're not going to have to deal with that effect. That would have hurt our stamina. What are you going to do, Vincent? See, if you were playing the physical version of this game, each player would control one of these 4 characters. And you can play with fewer characters, too. So the midnight clock goes every 4 turns. So it just happens that we have a 4-player game. So it's going to conclude once, I can't think of her name. Once she gets done with her turn, it'll trigger. But if somebody happens to die during the game, it's still going to go every 4 turns. So let's say that Vincent dies sometime during the game. After the midnight phase here, it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and the midnight phase will happen here. And then it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and the midnight phase will happen here. You see? So it's not just going through these players' turns. It's going to happen every 4 turns. Okay, what has he got? He can restore stamina to an investigator of a choice. Right now, we don't have anybody that's taken. Oh yeah, maybe we do have one. Oh, he's got an item that gets both a yellow and red glyph, and he's got physician. Once per day, he can restore stamina. Oh, wait, no, the voice of Ra. Use after conjuring to turn a glyph to any result. That's really valuable. I haven't seen that one before. So right now he can use his ability. We're going to go ahead and heal him. Since he can do this for free every round, we might as well use it. So he healed up the stamina of that guy. Now, where are we going to go? He's got really good chance of getting this. So let's see what we got here. We want to get rid of that Doom. This is going to be a challenge. He doesn't have any rerolls, unfortunately. But the abilities... Man, these are 1 and 6, 1 and 6, 1 and 6, 1 and 6, 1 and 6. This is the ultimate challenge right here, with no rerolls. So, if I go all in on this, man, let's see what happens. We're going to go there. The Plateau of Ling, which is a special location. That's why that thing is green. This is one of our otherworldly events. I should save this one for the woman that has that ability, but who knows? He may fail this. Okay, well, we did get a skull, but I didn't get 2 of these, and that's going to mean we're going to lose some stuff. But I can complete this, so we'll avoid that pain. Now we're going to have to roll again. We don't take the penalty because I was able to successfully defeat one of the challenges. Okay, so we need to roll a skull and 2 terror symbols. Wow. So we got one of them, but we didn't get the other one, not even close. So I don't want to waste my die to turn one of these. We're just going to have to throw something away. I can store it. I can store this skull. But really, yeah, just in case, I'm going to store it. Alright. So now I need to roll 2 of these tentacled terror tokens. Okay, we're good. We're good. And here's why. That glowing red symbol is the wild card. I can turn this to any face, any of the symbols, or make it 4 clues. We're going to use it to turn into this. And then I'm going to use this ability to turn this into another tentacle. So now we have 2 tentacles and a skull. Terror is going to go down 1. Our Omen counter, we got another Omen. He's got 2 rerolls, great. And he got 2 trophies. Great. Jenny Barnes. Okay. She has a couple of items. She has a shotgun. After conjuring, which is rolling, she can change 1 glyph or die face to a peril result. That's what that's called. It's not a skull, it's a peril. I'm going to keep calling it skull because I'm never going to remember that. It's great if you actually need the skull, and she's got an item which lets her hold an extra item, which I don't particularly find that useful, so I'm going to go ahead and discard that to use her ability. Okay, now what are we going to try to beat? Getting those in order is going to be painful, but I think that she can do it. But we don't have any Doom now, so I'm going to save that. That's some good booty. This is going to be really easy. That one's going to be a challenge. I like this one. This is good. Doesn't want to roll terror symbols. So we got 6 green dice, 1 yellow and 1 red, because I used her ability and discarded that. Okay, well, we gotta beat something. So this is the hardest thing to beat. If we can get 4 and a skull, but I don't want to waste extra dice if we can help it. That yellow die rarely comes up for something I want. So I'm either going to use 2 of these or the 3 and the 1. Okay. So we need basically to do this best would be to roll this in 3 dice. Okay, well we didn't roll any tentacles, which is great. We did not roll a 3, but we did roll a 4. Okay, this is good. We'll just do that. Now all we need is 2 clues. 2 1s, a 2, a 3, or a 4. Boom. Yay! We're doing great on there. Okay, she's got some good abilities too. We'll get to that next turn. Very good items, I should say. I'm doing just as well in this playthrough as I did on the one this morning, so this is going to be a good feeling game I'm feeling right now. This is... Okay, Midnight. Yith Mythos effect adds a monster to the board. That's it. That's not too bad. Okay, what did it do? So it added this monster on top of the challenge that was actually pretty easy. Now she wants to do an Otherworld event, but I think we've solved all the otherworldly events. Yeah, we don't have any out there anymore. And none of these create them, I don't think. Nope. Does she have any rerolls? No. She does have an extra yellow die, so she'll be rolling 7 dice. If I want to. Yeah, we'll go ahead and use that. What the heck? Before a monster shows up here. I'm going to use the cigarette case, which adds a yellow die. Don't explain that. I have no idea why, but it does. So we're rolling 7 dice. The best we can do is this is going to take 2 dice, and this is going to take 2 dice. Best case scenario. You know, we could get a 1 and a 2 to get 3, but yeah, best case scenario. Excellent. Excellent. We didn't roll any scrolls, but 2 dice completes that. Okay, we need a scroll. Got a scroll. And 3. Excellent. 2 rerolls and a coin, which are a trophy. Not great prize, but hey, 2 rerolls is really good. Bob Jenkins. Yes, he's got good stuff. He's trying to get more common items. So let's see what we have out here. What does he have? Oh, he's got a lot of good stuff already. Monsters. So this one's really challenging. If you roll the terror symbol, you fail. If you don't complete one of the challenges. So yeah, you need 2 terror symbols to complete this. If you do roll 2, great. But if you only roll 1 and you can't complete this all in one go, and you don't have any skulls, you fail. The bad stuff happens and your turn's over. I still like his odds. Something has broken free. I still don't want to use a red die. I'll regret it if I use it and don't need it. 7 dice to get 3. Should I go for the 8? I think for now we'll just go for 7. Oh, look at those skulls. Those juicy skulls. I can't store it. There we go. So it turns out I didn't even need the yellow die. Good results though. Gonna add a monster to the board. We're gonna get a reroll. We got some some items. We're doing excellent. This is a really solid round. We're doing really well. Nobody's hurting. Vincent can heal somebody, but I don't think anyone's taking any damage. All he has is 2 rerolls, which isn't great. It's good, but it could be. He's not getting any extra dice. This thing is going to need 3 dice that are pretty easy to get. It doesn't give us a victory point though. This omen symbol is what I really want to get. All right, we're going to go for the big one. This could add a bunch of monsters to the field, but we're gonna take our chances. I don't know. The rerolls aren't gonna help me a whole lot. This is. We didn't roll a skull. Okay, so now you're gonna get me for the first time this game. We're gonna re-roll dice. So I'm gonna put everything. Wait a second. Everything that isn't a tentacle, we're gonna re-roll. We want one of these to come up skull. Nothing did. Ugh. I'm gonna use the other one. So 1 and 6 for each one of these to come up as a skull. Good, got it. Okay, so boom, boom, that's done. Didn't get it, but we didn't take a terror. But we're gonna have to throw a die away. There we go. We're gonna add a monster to the field. We got another 1/10 of our way there. Got to re-roll red and 2 trophies. Okay, well we finally got a global effect. I gotta explain this. So we have a green glyph locked ability. Until we solve this room, we're all going to lose one of our green die that we roll. So instead of rolling 6, we're going to only roll 5. So that becomes a high priority to defeat. Okay, I was going to explain this. She's got some different abilities here. Let's look at her thing here. A shotgun, I already explained that. Old journal is going to give us an extra yellow die. The Outer God's Flute. After you roll the dice, you can just defeat a monster. So that's a good thing to use when we have a monster on the field. It's just, boom, dead. There's no monsters here. So that card would be wasted there. But it would be good there. Or there. But this is such a high priority. We do not... She's going to have 1 less dice. She's only rolling 5 dice. Yeah, I'm going to use an ability. I'm going to get rid of this item to roll an extra yellow and an extra red. You can only ever get 1 yellow and 1 red die. You can't get 2 yellows or 2 reds just because you have the abilities. So, ready? This effect, the 5 green, that's any of the rooms. That's all of the rooms. Until we defeat this room, all of the rooms are going to have -1 green die. Oh, baby, we got a good skull roll there. All we need is 1 more skull. Boom. So red die was a little bit of a waste. That's alright. More effects. Third monsters on the field. Oh no, now we got a midnight effect. That's unfortunate because she's the last player in the round. So that effect is going to happen. First the midnight effect, +1 doom. That's, as bad things go, that's not so bad. Then that new room's ability. You become that which you fear most. A monster appears. Okay, so every midnight a monster is going to appear until we defeat that room. Man, that's a lot of monsters. Okay, what does she have in her bag? A couple of rerolls. Okay. That's about the easiest challenge to beat. That one's going to be a real... Oh. So, as long as this monster is on the field, we can't use red dice. We can't use the red glyphs. So you have to defeat this thing. Oh, nuts. That's not going to affect her anyway. Man, there's a lot of monsters on here. We're going to have to deal with them at some point. Okay. This is a lot of gain here. A lot to gain by beating this. So, we have to do these in order. Get the scroll, lose a sanity, get a scroll, lose a stamina, and then complete it. No scrolls. These will all come back if I fail to get through this. So this can really suck if you fail continuously. I wish I would have rolled 2 scrolls. Had I done that, I could have used this to hold one of them, but I didn't get one. It's not worth using otherwise. Got another scroll. So far so good. Now we need 2 clues and a scroll. Got it. Okay. Really good results here. We're going to lose one of the doom and gain a point. So this is like almost like gaining 2 points on the game. And we get 2 more rerolls. So that's good. She's the reroll queen right now. Okay, so there's 2 monsters out here, or 2 rooms we really got to deal with. This one, because it's going to keep adding stuff. He's got good stuff. But remember, we don't have a red die. He does not have that monster killing ability. That's somebody else. He'll be able to roll a yellow die. And he's got a reroll. But man, that's some high percentages here. 1 and 6, 1 and 6, 1 and 6, 1 and 6, 1 and 6. It would really be nice to have access to both yellow and red dice for this. So maybe you ought to try to take on the other one. Again, this is going to be a really hard challenge. Oh, and we can't even defeat the monster until we get all through it all. Oh, that sucks. That sucks on so many levels. So, ordinarily when a monster is in a normal room, you can defeat it right away. This one, though, has been placed at the end of the line. So we have to get 3 clues, we have to get 2 skulls, we have to get 2 scrolls, all of which are not easy to do, before we can even do this. Oh, man. Oh, that sucks. I think we have to do it. Wait. Yeah, this is where I wanted to go. I can't use the red, but I can use this yellow. I have 1 reroll, and I have 1 ability to store something for later. No, that sucks. That just sucks. Yes, I have 3, but it's going to use 2 dice to do it. We're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dice, which means every roll from the rest of the game, the rest of this round, is going to have to fall my way. So do I use the reroll now when it's at its maximum capacity? Thing is, I rolled a bunch of scrolls. I kind of want to store some of those. Ugh. At least one of them. Oh man, this sucks. Store a scroll. That's the only thing I can do. We need 2 skulls. Yeah, this sucks. We're not going to get it done. Well, I got to re-roll. No skulls. Wasted that, because now that's gone. Throw this away. We're going to fail. There's no way to complete this. We could complete it, but we're not going to be able to complete it and kill the monster. And I don't think completing it's going to help, because this is a 4th thing. Yeah, not going to do it. Oh, that sucks. What's the bad stuff? 1 doom and lose 2 health. Yuck. Well, at least the physician's next. So you can use his ability. Heal him back a point. And really it's in his best interest. Again, we have to solve one of those 2 rooms. He's got a red item. Oh man. That is just horrible. This could be the end of us. This is the most challenging one I've had all day. My games this morning didn't have anything this challenging. We didn't have a monster problem this morning. So we can't use the red die. Okay, we got our 3. Doesn't have the ability to store anything because we completed something. No skulls. Great. one skull. God dang it. Two skulls. We can't win. We only have 2 dice left and we need 4. Absolutely killing us. So now, by using her ability, she's only going to get a yellow die access, so that's not worth it. What else does she have in there? What else does she have in her bag? She's got a use after conjuring to defeat one monster. I don't know whether I can jump ahead of line, though, but we'll try. I'm going to try to use that ability. Use that to open up that, so when she has her turn, she'll have a place that she can go. All right, same thing. We gotta defeat that. Use the yellow die. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Just do it. I hope I can defeat this monster this way, because otherwise this is going to really suck. I have to wait until I roll the dice first. Boom. Yay! Oof. Okay. So now everybody has access to the red dice again. Or actually it's only 1 die. Red die. Same problem as before. We still gotta beat this. Okay, 2 skulls. I didn't get it. We have a scroll here. I'm going to save that. Didn't get another skull. Oh, that sucks. We're still okay. We only need 4 of these to work for us. So I'm going to throw that away. And we're going to store that, and we're going to store that. We have 1 more person here to store stuff on. So all I need in one of these 3 dice to be a skull. They're not. Dang it. This is really cutting down our chances. So I'm going to throw this away. I'm going to store the other scroll. But now there's a 1 in 6 chance. If this thing comes up a skull, then we're going to beat this challenge. If not, we're going to fail. And we're going to fail. Because that didn't come up as a skull. So close! So much doom. Oh man, that sucks. +1 doom and a monster. Great. As if we didn't have enough monsters out there. And that thing triggers because we weren't able to complete that. 8 monsters. At least the room that we just cleared of monsters didn't get 1 added. That's the good news. But yeah, this we gotta beat. Now she wants to go here because she wants to go to an otherworldly location. Ryla. Wow, that's horrible. But this will get us 3/10 of the way. This will get us up to 8 out of our 10 that we need. Get her sanity back. She's got 3 rerolls, but she doesn't have any extra dice, so this is going to be a challenge. So if we get a skull, boom, done. Otherwise we're trying to get this complicated mess over here. Okay, that's a wild. Skull, tentacle. We just need a scroll and we can beat this. So I'm going to use a reroll. All we need is... Wait a second, we need 1 skull. So yes. All we need is a scroll. One of these 5 dice I'm going to roll has to come up a scroll. Got it. Okay, so we're going to turn this into a scroll. One, two, skull, tentacle. Now all we need to roll is the skull. Excellent, excellent. Not so excellent. I'm going to use my reroll because I want to have as many dice. I want to use this when I still have a lot of dice to roll. I could take my chances. I could take my chances, but I'm not. I'm going to go for it. I need a skull. Got it. Boom. That's a big smackdown right there. Maybe this is only 8. It is only 8. So we need to get to 10 before this number gets to 8. So everybody else needs to focus on that. Okay, what do we have? I might not do this. I didn't want to do this one. Oh crap, I can't go back. Red die. We're stuck here now. 3. Skull. Scrolls. We're in trouble. Dang it. Alright, I didn't want to take this challenge on again. That sucks. That's it. You're going to use your ability to heal somebody. Himself. Actually, no. Now it's too late. Okay, he's got a red die. That'll get us to 9, but that's a mess. That's 3 monsters on one location. That's pretty much guaranteeing that more monsters are just going to keep getting piled on. He's got 5 items, 5 trophies. So he has enough to get some items, but he'll be losing his turn to do it. We don't have anything that removes doom. That's not going to happen. There's just no way we're going to beat this. We need another one of these symbols. But if we fail, another doom's going to get added and we're going to lose the game. Oh, God, that sucks. This is just dead, and more dead. Look at all the skulls we need just to get rid of the monsters. Plus 3. We don't lose the game if we complete this. If we fail, maybe I can just try. It's going to take multiple players of wiping these monsters out, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Because the other one is just it's win or lose. If you fail, we lose the game. Oh, this game is so much more intense than the one I played this morning. So he's got 7 dice at his disposal. We're just trying to trim down the number of monsters, and if we happen to luck upon this, great, but we still need to deal with these skulls. 3 skulls. Okay, that's really good. Luckily we can use multiples of these. Oh no, we can't! Oh, that sucks. I would have done this one. Okay, well, I got that one, but we're going to lose a health. Got a coin, I got a trophy out of it, though. So I need a skull, and I need 3 tentacles. But if we don't get the tentacles, it's not the end of the world. He's only going to take some more damage. But we need to get rid of this other creature. Oh, but defeating it means we're going to lose the game. Oh, no! No, 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 no. I can't defeat that. Oh, that just sucks. There was no way to win this then, because I have to beat this collectively to get the point, but defeating this means we're going to lose the game. Oh, that sucks. Well, you're gonna get to see what happens when you lose the game. I have beaten gigs so many times. I have the video if you want to see the one I did this morning. It just doesn't have any audio with it. We're devoured, and the earth is consumed. Alright, we have a good final score. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. We only had 8 Doom. 8 Doom to work with. Oh, that sucks. This is a breakdown on how the points work. If you're concerned about scores, I've never really been considered with it. I've never like logged it or anything, so you get so many points multiplied by how many times we did things. Oh, that sucks. I wish I would have looked at that a little closer. We were doomed either way, because we were never going to get the other one. Would have been we would have failed, and failure would have lost the game. And those were the only two things we had out there that we could have won. Yes, I could have punted, but nobody had 10, so they couldn't buy one of the one of the Elder Signs. So yeah. Oh, I wish I would have won because I won this morning. Oh well. Result is even a negative result is still a result. So that's Elder Sign Omens. Remember, this game is called Elder Sign in the real world, but Elder Sign Omens is available on Steam right now for $6. That's regular price. Or if you want to wait until it's on sale, you can get it for probably $2 or $3. But it's a pretty good game. I think I will try to play through some of if I record more of these. I'm going to try some of the other monsters, the other Elder ones, which are even more challenging. So I'll probably fail even worse. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I'm up for. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Make some comments. Let me know what you think about this game. Any advice or things I should have done differently? Go ahead. Let me feel it. Thanks for watching.